Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we have a reading for you about somebody that is wanting to clear the toxicity and find a safe place to, I don't know, have like a happy home with somebody. I know it's just the two under the umbrella there, but it's acting as a shield, right? From whatever chaos could happen, which is why the chaos card is in the reverse. So we have somebody that is really wanting to create a safe place where you can escape from the difficulties or people's judgments, whatever it is. And it's because of a feeling of love. So let's call it in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. Just a little. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Thank you again to anybody that has been liking and subscribing. I really appreciate your help in growing the channel. We're going to dive in with the tattoo tarot. We have the Six of Swords in the reverse. This is about difficulty, like things being extra kind of heavy when going through a period of trying to recover or heal. So you may be going through a difficult time in terms of relationships, or you may have ended one. You may have had a falling out with friends, but there's something here that it's like salt on the wound. There's like more beyond what you already had to deal with, anyways. And it's complicating or has complicated the healing process. Then we have the Emperor and the Seven of Cups. So the Emperor is coming through as a really like noble energy for me, somebody that kind of has like an ability to watch over people and be caring of them, right? Hi there, Miss Peggy. How are you? Hello, Glenn. How's it going? We've got somebody that is able to see through the illusions. So there's an awareness here, right? That somebody has that maybe a lot of other people lack, in the sense of knowing that somebody's being mistreated or somebody has been maybe needing support, and they're there. They can actually provide some sort of help. So it's like they want to provide this shield, or they want to provide some sort of assistance, right? Eight of Swords in the reverse and the Moon in the reverse. It feels like there's an attempt to like experience this difficulty alone. There could be like this Emperor could be watching the situation and wondering how somebody is doing everything on their own, or relying very little on the help of others, kind of suffering in silence. And if that resonates for you, obviously you have to be discerning in terms of who you go to. But in my experience, it's easier to get through difficult times if you've got at least one person that you can talk to about what's going on. There's not a lot of heroism in being able to get through something completely on your own when you do have people there that want to help you, right? Hi there, Miss Tiana. How are you doing? So we've got a sense that somebody sees what another person has been trying to hide and acknowledges that it's been painful or difficult. Um, Perhaps even understanding because they've been through something similar. We have the Page of Wands in the reverse and the Sun. That's interesting. Page of Wands in the upright is often indicative of good news, good communication. And it's in the reverse, which is kind of a contrast to the Sun card, which is a card that represents happiness. So to me, this is other people being upset by somebody's happiness. Almost like, what can I do to cause some issues here, right? Hi there, Mary. How are you doing? Well, if someone is offering help, you might need to accept it, right? You know, you'll have the intuition or the discernment. So we have the Ace of Wands and the Hanged Man in the reverse. So there's an opportunity or an offer of support that may cause a little bit of envy. There may be people that ask, why do you deserve this and not me? There may be people that ask, why did you get selected and I didn't? Something along those lines. And it makes somebody feel a little bit like um, almost like shy about what they're doing, or like they have to kind of like hide in a way. So the Hanged Man in the reverse seems to be suggesting that if you're given an opportunity to do something or you're given an offer, some sort of assistance, don't feel like guilty about that. I mean, we all need to make sure we know what the actual deal is, right? We all need to make sure that we're not taking advantage of people, whatever it is. We want to do the right thing. But if somebody is able to help and it doesn't hurt them to do so and they want to, it feels like somebody is like playing coy or pretending that everything is all right, not really wanting to accept something when they could. We have the Six of Wands. This talks about victory, success, and the High Priestess. The person who wants to help whoever has been going through this really difficult time is a very perceptive and wise individual. They've come out as the Emperor and the High Priestess, and they can make you the Six of Wands. So this is something that is literally like freeing you from something that has been a struggle or held you back in some way. Again, we always need to know what the small print says, but it feels to me like whoever this reading is for, you've got somebody willing to offer you something that is a big leg up and helps you get to stable ground or better. You know, if it's the Six of Wands, this is you doing something quite well, you know? All right, let's switch over to another deck. I think we'll go with the Fairy Lenormand. "22, a path, a choice. You have to figure out which direction to go." 28, the man. The man is the Emperor. So this person's giving you a choice. For some of you, this is a job offer. Is this the kind of job I want to do? It could mean things become a lot easier. I get health insurance, or I get, the recognition I need, or I get to work with somebody that I feel like I could learn from. It could be a love offer, but I think primarily there's a concern here that either you don't want to look like you need something around somebody, like you have a little bit of a pride issue here, or there is a sense of, but what else do you expect from me, right? Is there more that you're not telling me, right? Hello there, masters. How we going? Or how we doing? Um, you love the fairies. How could you not? They're pretty great. So the number 2 could be important. Keep an eye out for that. As we did have as the last card, the High Priestess, number 2. And then we had 22 and then 28. So lots of 2s right there. Let's go over to the Beginner Tarot and see what else we have for you. Four of Swords in the reverse. Ten of Swords in the reverse. You got through something that there may have been a couple of people that didn't expect you to land on your feet. For some of you, you were physically attacked. For some of you, you were emotionally manipulated, like to the extreme. Like there's something here that a couple of people are aware of that you've gone through, either because they did it or because they heard about it. But you have come out on the other side. Could have been a significant theft. You're rebuilding, and there are people sitting on the sidelines saying, how did you do that? Like, you weren't supposed to just like bounce back from something like that. I mean, granted, there might have been a little bit more time than a bounce back, but they didn't expect you to get back up, right? Like they expected this to be the end to the boxing match. Ten of Cups. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. So the Ten of Cups can talk about home. And at the beginning, I was saying somebody wants to build you like a safe place or have a place for you where you feel safe. And that seems to be what is overwhelming. Like, this is something that feels to me like it's a really good offer. It's something that I really need, but I don't know why. Like, why? Why are you doing this? Trying to understand what the outcome would be. I mean, I could be reading for somebody where like you haven't had a lot of people that were willing to just do something nice to you, right? Like, what's the catch? Why are you being nice to me? I think we all know there are givers and takers in this world, and when you're a giver and you have people that constantly want to take from you, it can be a little bit jarring when somebody says, "Hey, I'd like to give this to you." Like, now I don't trust you. You know? And we have to be able to use that discernment to understand that sometimes there are actually good people that want to do something to help you. We just have to be able to tell the difference, right? So every time somebody does something that wasn't fair or wasn't kind towards you, it's a learning lesson, right? You understand, oh yeah, I think I had a little bit of a gut feeling that told me that might happen, and I'm going to listen to that gut feeling going forward, right? But there's a need to have control in this situation concerning whatever this offer is. And I don't know if that's like an overreach. It feels like maybe you would be best to sleep on it or think reasonably, like take a moment to think through what your answer is, or to think through like if this is a negotiation, for example. Like, I've been in negotiations for a salary where I pushed back for more money and like justified it, and they said no, and I pushed for it again, and I wasn't sure if I was going to lose the job offer. And it could be one of those situations where you have to decide, where are my boundaries? Where are my lines in the sand, right? Like, this is what I'm willing to do, and this is not what I'm willing to do. And then you probably have to like stand by it, right? Because there is some sense here that you want to make sure, like, let's say you're an artist negotiating a contract and you wanted to have certain, creative control. That's what this is coming across to me as. You want to make sure that whoever is offering this to you isn't asking to like control you. You know what I mean? So you have to negotiate what makes sense if we use that, contract idea. the Hierophant, Three of Swords, Eight of Wands in the reverse, and the King of Pentacles. Yeah. Here's the thing. There might be something about this person who makes you an offer that reminds you some attribute of theirs or trait of theirs that reminds you of the person that stole from you. Reminds you of the person that you thought you could trust that you ended up not being able to trust. This is like definitely giving me like father vibes, boss vibes, mentor vibes. You know, you're helping me, you're showing me the way, you're training me, you're whatever, right? There's some element of respect because this person is like set on some sort of a pedestal. There's some power in this masculine energy, but you're being asked to be discerning. Is it somebody that is more of like a Hierophant that has those good intentions? And then there's also that possibility that somebody would be a little too smooth with their words, right? You understand that bitter truth. It's right on the card. You understand that. So that might be why there's a little bit of hesitation here, right? Like, can I actually trust you? But this King of Pentacles, this is somebody that you can count on. This is a good character. Like, they have some element of reliability or stability that like permeates their energy. They like to do that, you know? Hi, Mark, or is it Mac? I think it's M-A-K. Sorry, the letters are really small on my screen. Hey, Mary, can I ask that you not like totally bomb the chat? There's got to be other people that can chat too, okay? Let's see what else we have. Seven of Swords in the reverse. This is about being honest, being direct. So, for example, if we're talking about a job situation, one of the things I look for as far as who I want to work for is, are you somebody that I feel like would be a straight shooter, right? Like, are you going to be direct with me? Are you going to try to put like sugar on, you know, not a cake? Like, there are plenty of people out there that maybe struggle with the truth. And this is not one of those people. This is somebody that will be straightforward with you. You just have to, I think, for your own like sanity, make sure that it's not something that is too closely resembling what happened in the past. Because it looks like you've dealt with some materialism or selfishness, and it's led you to be kind of cautious in terms of, you know, diving in. And I do feel like this is either work or love situation. You'll know how it resonates for you. I can't stop using these cards. I love these cards. So forgive me if you keep seeing them every time you tune in for a reading. But I really like the art on these. This is the Pulp Tarot. What? That's such a powerful combination. Who are you? Queen of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. Both of them in the upright, I might add, although you can probably see that, right? Yeah, there's a sense here that you are finding some power within you. It feels to me like, okay, have you ever had a situation where somebody just is a little bit too rude or a little bit like they snap at you or they um, lose their temper and you generally can get along with this person, but you kind of have to like state that's not cool. You're going to have to treat me with more respect than that. I treat you with respect, so I expect that in return. I feel like you are doing that more consistently or have that element being kind of like added on to your character. And it's basically bringing in some of this abundance that has been waiting for you to, to assert yourself. So, in some sense, this emperor that is a good influence, this is somebody that's teaching you to feel more empowered, right? Because you're saying, "Mm, I'm actually kind of a badass, so I think I'm just gonna like make shit happen. What's up?" So for some of you, this is you're starting to understand how the universe works, how to manifest things, how to stand up for yourself. This is the same column that we got the original emperor. So definitely a confirmation that we have somebody that is taking charge of their life, making changes, figuring it out, not letting other people control what's going on. Magician. I love the art on these cards. The Magician is underneath the King of Pentacles. So yeah, I definitely feel like this is somebody who's leading by example, showing you what they've done when they've had to deal with people that were difficult or entitled, selfish, greedy. This could be somebody that's, for example, teaching you the laws of your business so you know how to protect yourself. This could be somebody who's teaching you how to deal with family members that get a little out of control. This could be somebody who is helping you in terms of how to navigate a particular system or how to have a respectful relationship, you know? Um, This feels like a very good influence on your life. Queen of Pentacles. Things for you financially are going to improve as a result of this offer or this deal. In particular, a sense of like, I can pay my own bills, but I'm also smarter in terms of like how I ensure that happens or, you know, planning for a rainy day, having a retirement fund. That's all questions that are happening right now because there was a situation that threatened your finances and made it a little bit more forefront of your mind. This person is a good, like, I feel like they know how to manage their money. Yeah, we've got the Four of Pentacles coming out again. This is, I know now what I didn't know that could have protected me from issues previously, right? Just like, okay, so there was a point at which I took a class that taught me about stocks. Okay, I took a finance class and I felt like such an idiot going into the class because I had like no idea what stocks actually were, what they meant, why they were, you know, so volatile, blah, blah, blah. And that class helped me understand. It's like, something along those lines, right? Like, now I know how to do this. Now I know how to do that. Now I know how to negotiate a proper contract if I'm a contractor. Whatever it is, there's um like protocols being put in place where you understand how to be more in control. Previously, maybe not, right? So there's a change here and it's manifesting other positive things in your life because you're taking control. You're showing like ownership over your own life. Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is working towards something you want, getting what you want, focusing on the right things, because we have the Devil in the reverse next to it, right? So we've got somebody that feels a sense of accomplishment because they've let go of things or they've changed things in a way that enables them to be more in control, enables them to be more, you know, your own agent, right? You know how to minimize the difficult times and not let people take advantage of you. Like, it's really a life changer or a game changer when you are able to negotiate waters that are difficult, right? When you get the understanding of how to stay calm in certain situations, or when you know how to use state law to fight a landlord, whatever it is. There's a sense here that there's an unconventional approach being taken to make sure that people that are unapologetic in their attempts to take things would be disappointed around you, like, I'm not the one. Like, you can probably take advantage of all of those people because they don't know their rights or they don't know the laws or they don't know, how to speak to somebody like you. But you're becoming an exception, right? You're getting to a place where you know how to protect yourself from this chaos or this um, problem that you encountered in the past, whatever caused you to feel like there was a loss of an opportunity. It's like you've gone through, yeah, I think you said boot camp. Yeah. It's like you've gone to a boot camp on how to defend yourself, right? Or you're Harry Potter getting the invisibility cloak. Like, you're going to be able to navigate these things better than you had in the past. Temperance. This is such a cool card. It says, part man, part woman, all angel. 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on land. Such cool cards. So you are mastering a different element of yourself so that you can be effective or be stable, whether or not you're in the water or on land, right? You got this. You can do it on your own. So can't help it. Got to go back to the other new ones. This is the Gilded Reverie Lenormand. It has a couple extra cards beyond what my other Lenormand cards do, so it kind of makes it more fun. All right, what else do we have? We have the key, number 33. Number 38, the bridge. And number 30, the lily. So the solution or the approach that you're taking that is making life a little bit more enjoyable and removing a lot of that drama that you were dealing with is being more selective in your connections, the people that you're willing to spend time with, the people that you're willing to share your life with. A good example of this would be like years ago, I decided I didn't really care for Facebook anymore. I asked myself, like, why am I sharing all of my like details with people that I haven't talked to since high school? Like, that's not really an important thing, right? So I decided, in part, it was, I don't know you, so therefore you don't have access to this information about me? So there's some element here of peace being acquired when there is more discretion and willingness to be a little bit more like selective in terms of who you actually let in, who you talk to about your life, who you consider to be a friend, all of that, right? Some people can enjoy sharing what their Starbucks order was every morning with thousands of people, but we don't all have to, right? We have the magnifying glass, number 44, the bouquet. Just to point out, I don't think you can see all of this. So we have up here is number 22. Right below it, number 33. And right below that, number 44. So watch for repeating numbers. And if you don't know what the repeating numbers are that you see, look them up. Don't be afraid to make a certain number something for yourself, right? Because there are multiple meanings out there for some of them, right? My interpretation of this is you have a major decision coming. You have to be willing to listen to your intuition to guide you in terms of what the right decision forward is or what the right choice is pertaining to relationships and who you connect with. And when you do that, you'll feel a sense of protection. You'll feel like you don't have to worry about whether or not it's raining because you have that umbrella, right? All right. And then the bouquet, this is about well, let's get one more card. But to me, this is about having a sense of accomplishment or recognition, abundance. And then we have the sun. So there is insight here that helps you to build a very happy life. And it starts with a sense of introspection in terms of what do I allow into my life and what is a priority for me. If this is not a connection that helps me or is not, good for my mental health, then I'm not going to continue to invest in it, right? So, yeah, it's a very healthy approach to how do I spend my time and what can I get better at. Your wisdom will be more appreciated later. Specifically, I feel like this is about your money. If you get good at managing your money now, you'll be very thankful in 20 years, 30 years. You know what I mean? You are loved by all who come into contact with you, which is why you probably need to be a little selective, right? You can't be friends with everyone. You can't date everyone. You can't marry everyone. You worry over small matters. Let go of some of those things you can't control, okay? One of my favorite leaders once said, control the controllables. You gotta let go of some of that shit. You can't be up at night worrying about things that you have no control over. If you have an input to provide or you have something that can move a cog in a wheel that needs to move, do it. But you can't be sitting there fretting over things that are not like a tangible thing for you to do, right? Something will happen that will change the entire atmosphere for the best. So some of you may have a big move, a big change. This could be the career change, or this could be a relationship ending. But whatever it is, it's something that you feel drawn to, and it might initially cause some issues or some, friction, maybe even a little bit of gossip. But at the end of the day, or i.e., in couple weeks, couple months, you'll start to feel even more validated that that was the right decision. That's the move that I needed to make. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you everyone for the likes and the subscribes. I will see you on my next reading.